story raised up by merchants and drugstore liars. Now I walk on the paths of glory, 1 foot in ice, 1 in fire. I see the mountain come to me. I see the mountain, that is all I see. Some poor prophet comes, some find solace, some lay him down in a junkyard grave. Some will chase us and some will call us gone, gone, gone in a day. Gone to the mountain come to me. I see the mountain, that is all I see. Miller, take me, and Miller, grind me, scatter my bones on the wild green tide. Maybe some roving bird will find me, over the water will ride. Over the mountain come to me. I see the mountain, that is all I see. Some build temples and some find altars, some come in tall hats and robes spun fine. Some in rags, some in gemstone halters, some push the pigs back in line. I see the mountain come to me. I see the mountain, that is all I see. I see the mountain come to me. I see the mountain, that is all I see. All right, good evening. Thanks very much for being here, and welcome to Outside Again. That song was The Mountain by Dave Carter and Tracy Grammer. Tonight we're celebrating the beginning of spring with songs about nature, the outdoors, and a commitment to new beginnings. I do honestly believe that other than New Year's, the beginning of spring is the best possible time to make new commitments and hit your reset buttons. As the weather gets warmer and you can do without the heavy winter coat, the desire to get outside and do things is greater than ever. So here's a song dedicated to that desire. This is Spring by Richard Shindell. sunrise in the east. It'll reach across and touch you like a lover. It'll tease you from a dream. And opening your eyes, you will surrender to the light that fills the room, and the hope that you carried since September, you will offer up to June. Maybe we'll be certain you can take it as a vow. Winter's just the curtain, spring will take the bow. Looking out your window, you will wonder at the blooming in your yard, and every opening flower will be a mirror of the quickening in your heart. Maybe we'll be certain you can take it as a vow. Winter's just the curtain, spring will take the bow. Like any other, another sunrise in the east. It'll reach across and touch you like a lover. It'll tease you from a dream you won't remember. Maybe we'll be certain you can take it as a vow. Winter's just the curtain, spring will take the bow. Winter's just the curtain, spring will take the bow. Thank you. Thanks very much. That was Spring by Richie Shindell. And from one of my favorite folk singer-songwriters to another. Met a walking man, his life fit in his pocket. Sun was in midair on the road in Millinocket. A six-string guitar and a one-man's locket. Going my way, my way. For a dream he left the mills, he left the bricks and left the mortar. Told him I can take it to the Massachusetts border. He sang like a jukebox on an endless roll of quarters down the highway on a bright sunny day. Oh, you'll never be this young again. Train conductors calling you ticket. If it ain't now, then when? Lightning top ain't gonna wait forever. Fill up your lungs with oxygen and take your first step. Breathe out, breathe in. You'll never be this young again. An old friend said, listen, I've been living in a cubicle, making cold calls popping pharmaceuticals. I thought my whole life would be more like a musical. So write your own West Side Story. Shake off the shackles, buy a tackle box, a boat on a cabin on Sebago to think and to float. When the typewriter's clack and the novel gets a road, I'm telling you now, no risk, no glory. No, you'll never be this young again. Train conductors calling your ticket. If it ain't now, then when? The mountain top ain't gonna wait forever. Fill up your lungs with oxygen and take the first step. Breathe out, breathe in. You'll never be this young again. Oh, you'll never be this young again. You only get so many heartbeats. You only get so many first kisses, so sweet. Dreams don't come easy and they don't come cheap. Don't let the haters kick them out of you. Out of you. You'll never be this young again. The train conductor's calling your ticket. If it ain't now, then when? The mountain top ain't gonna wait forever. Fill up your lungs with oxygen and take your first step. Breathe out, breathe in. You'll never be this young again. Ooh, you'll never be this young again. Never be this young again. That was "You'll Never Be This Young Again" by Ellis Paul, one of my favorite songs of all time. And yes, it is true, Mom. I do find myself telling myself that every once in a while as I come into my mid-30s. Well, a show that has to do with nature and the outdoors is incomplete without at least one John Denver song. So here to fill in that quota now for you. Here's Rocky Mountain High. He was born in the summer of this 27th year, coming home to a place he'd never been before. He left yesterday behind him. You might say he was born again. Might say he found a key for every door. When he first came to the mountains, his life was far away on the road, hanging by a song. But the string's already broken and he doesn't really care. Keeps changing fast, it don't last for long. In the Colorado Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain fire in the sky. Shadows from the starlight, softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. He climbed Cathedral Mountains, he saw silver clouds below, he saw everything as far as you can see. And they said that he got crazy once, and he tried to touch the sun, and he lost a friend but kept the memory. Now he walks in quiet solitude, the forest and the streams, seeking grace in every step he takes. His sight has turned inside himself to try and understand the serenity of a clear blue mountain lake. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. You can talk to God, listen to the casual reply. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. Now his life is full of wonder, but his heart still knows some fear of the simple thing he cannot comprehend. While they try to tear the mountains down to bring in a couple more people, more scars upon the land. Colorado, Rocky Mountain High, I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. No, he'd be a poor man if he never saw an eagle fly. Rocky Mountain High, it's Colorado, Rocky Mountain High. I've seen it rain and fire in the sky. Friends around the campfire, everybody's high. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High. All right. Thanks again. That was Rocky Mountain High by John Denver. One of my favorites of all time. Here's a song about Canada. It's been a hot topic of political discussion in the past few months. Some of us want Canada for ourselves, while some of us are considering the idea of moving there. This is about a man who came south and longs to be back home again. This is called Acadian Driftwood. The war was over and our spirit was broken. The hills were smoking as the men withdrew. Stood on the cliffs, oh, and watched the ships slowly sinking to their rendezvous. They signed a treaty and our homes were taken, loved ones forsaken, they didn't give a damn. Trying to raise a family, end up the enemy. What went down on the plains of Abraham. Acadian driftwood, gypsy tailwind, call my home, land of snow. Canadian cold front, moving in. Oh, what a way to ride started. They never parted, they're just built that way. We had kin living south of the border. They're a little older and they've been around. They wrote a letter, life was a whole lot better. So pull up your stakes, children, and come on down. Katie and Driftwood, Gypsy Tailwind, they call my home land of snow. Canadian cold front moving in. Oh, what a way to ride, oh, what a way to go. 15 under zero when the day became a threat. My clothes were wet and I was drenched to the bone. Been out ice fishing, too much repetition. Make a man wanna leave the only known he's known. Sailing out of the Gulf, headed for St. Pierre. Nothing to declare, all we had was gone. Broke down along the coast, oh, what hurt the most? When the people there said, you better keep moving on. Everlasting summer filled with ill content. This government had us walking in chains. This isn't my turf, this ain't my season. Can't think of one good reason to remain. We worked in the sugar fields up from New Orleans. It was evergreen up until the floods. You can call it an omen, points you where you're going. Set my compass north, I got a winter in my blood. Katie and Driftwood, Gypsy Tailwind, call my home land of stone. Canadian cold front moving in. Oh, what a way to ride, oh, what a way to go. Tied to Acadia, Jalen Marupe, Taine Acadia, Feren Mama Sole, Taine Acadia, Jalen Marupe, Taine Acadia, Feren Mama Sole. Thanks again so much. That was Acadian Driftwood by the band. No better time than the spring to get back out into the streets, to protest, stand up strongly and fearlessly for what you believe in. Here's Dust on My Face. I've seen all their faces, unhealthy and poor, not yet to be mothers, show up at our door. We pray for their souls and turn them away, like a plague that can kill you if their touch were to stay. Imagine Imagine if you were to be in their shoes. Could you feel desperation and nowhere to move? A fortune deceives you in its sickening game. I wonder if you would still think the same. The dust on my face, how does it compare to the mud that's in yours, the cakes in your hair? The silence is loud, guess the words that you say when the battles are lost, you'll fight anyway. I've seen you forgive the men who have killed the mothers and children who passed through this field. Gave them no mercy, no last goodbyes. Gave no I'm sorry, but you said it was fine. Then you defend those who think that their pain compares to the victims of genocide claim. When your own children left stripped of and cried, you left them alone and did not bat an eye. Dust on my face, how does it compare to the mud that's in yours, the cakes in your hair? Silence is loud, guess the words that you say when the battles are lost, you fight anyway. I learned it the hard way when you went after me to defy your commands when they're against the sea. I was a tool for a vision so cruel. You needed me, and I didn't need you. Sacred is everywhere, and I won't fight this war. This joy and this freedom, I've felt this before. Now that I'm gone, don't await my return, for I have seen heaven with no blood nor burn. Dust on my face, how does it compare to the mud that's in yours, cakes in your hair? Silence is loud, guess the words that you say when the battles are lost, you fight anyway. And the ones are worth fighting, you lead us astray. Thanks again so much. That was Dust on My Face, one of mine. Thanks again so much for being here. It's always great to have you with us tonight. Continuing on. Well, the road rolls out like a welcome mat to a better place than the one we're at. And I ain't got no kind of plan. I've had all this town I can stand. I got friends out on the coast. We can jump in the water and see what flows. We've been saving for a rainy day. Let's beat the storm and be on our way. It don't matter to me, wherever we are is where I wanna be. And honey, for once in our lives, let's take our chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny, you can be my four-leaf clover, starting over. This might not be an easy time. There's rivers to cross and hills to climb. Some days me might fall apart, and some nights might feel cold and dark. When nobody wins, afraid of losing, and the hard roads are the ones worth choosing. Someday we'll look back and smile and know it was worth every mile. It don't matter to me, wherever we are is where I wanna be. And honey, for once in our lives, let's take our chances and roll the dice. I can be your lucky penny, you can be my four-leaf clover, starting over, starting over. Starting over. Thanks again so much. That was Starting Over by Chris Stapleton. Next on the set list, I have what is considered one of the happiest songs on the planet. Funnily enough, it took me a long time to get happiness out of playing this song again, after I had to play this song for a funeral. Nonetheless, we're back in the groove now. It's been a long, cold, lonely winter. Little darling, it feels like years since it's been there. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Little darling, the smiles returning to their faces. Little darling, it seems like years since I've been here. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Sun, 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 here it comes. Little darling, I feel that ice is slowly melting. Little darling, it seems like years since it's been clear. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright. It's alright. All right, thanks again so much. Oh, man. I've always been kind of envious of active people, you know, those who are athletic and make ongoing commitments to be continuously active physically. I have never been able to do that, no matter how hard I tried. I've never had that kind of commitment or physical wherewithal to do anything like that. Any exercise I do has to be kind of light and not strenuous at all. I've always been like that, even when I was a kid. This is a song about admiring those who do all the fun, athletic stuff that I can't do. It's a song by David Wilcox. It's called Make It Look Easy. Bright kite he's hanging from. John rides a glider above the clouds. He stepped off Haleakala, 10,000 feet above the ground. High up over the mountain snow, he rides the air up high and thin. Tell us now, we gotta know, how do you get to where you've been? Because you make it look easy, make it look easy, make it look easy. Fun river to run, she said. Class 5 of rapids is what she means. Weave through the boulders in one thin line. No room to eddy out between. 20-foot high falling wall. You ride it down like easy fun. What's the trick to falls that tall? How do you do the things you've done? 'Cause you make it look easy, make it look easy, make it look easy. But really it's driving long distance, dialing into gear, studying the balance, quiet in the fear. All the hard landings, about to fall. But what do you get? Get through it all. Can't keep it in a camera, not a trophy on the shelf, not a tale to tell the children, not a way to prove yourself. It's much bigger than we are, can't claim it as your own, but you've gotta climb the mountain, find your way back home. That's how you make it look easy, make it look easy, make it look easy. Mud enduros and motocross, dishwashing money to buy my gas, late at night in the cold garage, building the engine that moved my past, sliding out of the perfect turn, hook up the traction just in time, skip the second half of the double jump, chase it right down to the finish line. That's how you make it look easy, make it look easy, make it look easy. But really it's driving long distance, dialing in the gear, studying the balance, quiet in the fear. All the hard landings, all the tough breaks, learning all of your lessons, making all the mistakes. That's how you make it look easy, 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 make it look easy. Hear the sound of the rushing wheels, fly by in a gust of wind, a bright colored flock of steel, stampede as the race begins. Later on up the winding climb, you break away and shake the pack. You made your move at the perfect time, over your shoulder they're off the back. That's how you make it look easy, 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 make it look easy. All right, thanks again. That was Make It Look Easy by David Wilcox. Here's one of my songs. So spring is often called the season of new life. The trees, flowers, and grass are in bloom once again. The woodland creatures are out of hibernation, for better or worse, depending on how they affect you. And people are out and about more often, bring on a better sense of community. Here's a song of mine about remembrance, carrying on a spirit of new life after death. This is Heaven on Two Wheels. Straight and narrow country road, green and gravel, all that's seen, sky of blue and homes of light, clearings few and far between, pedals steady as a glide, balance learned from long ago, generations passed it down, hard and fast or soft and slow. Very few can break this seal. It's just you and this heaven on two wheels. Heaven on two wheels. Wind blows by a chiseled face, salt and pepper on your head, young with just a touch of old. Shows the life with which you led. The soulful song you carried on was only ever sung by you. The passers-by where motors run are guessing less than 62. Many pass your your steady heels, but one will turn your heaven onto wheels, your heaven onto wheels. Cell phone rings, four wheels fly past the low speed limit sign, looks away for just a touch. Luck ain't on your side this time. A crunch of metal, skin and bone breaks the silence of your way. The dust, it settles back to earth, and your blood settles in. Your soul weaves right by this field, and you climb up to heaven onto wheels, to heaven onto wheels. A broken family split for good. You got no chance to mend your home. Friday nights are not the same without the voice you made your own. We remember all the times you bared your soul for us to hear, and for me you gave the world through your words and through your cheers. So let your spirit be revealed, and you climb up my heaven onto wheels, my heaven onto wheels, my heaven onto wheels, my heaven onto wheels. Thanks again so much. That was Heaven on Two Wheels. So as I was writing tonight's show, I was keeping an eye on the U.S. Geological Survey camera that I have on the TV right back here, and it's pointed at an active crater at Kilauea Volcano in Hawaii as it again began to show signs of life. Every once in a while, and if you've been able to look back there while I'm playing, you may have noticed this. Every once in a while, you'll see small fountains of lava, which you can see right now, reaching the surface before draining back underground again. That's what happens when the orange hue there goes away. This pattern has been continuing for hours in intervals of a few minutes in between. It's a reminder to me that it's not just the plants and animals that will come alive in spring, but that the earth itself is a living, breathing thing, constantly reshaping itself over the course of many years, long before we were born and long after we are gone. And that it must be admired, respected, and taken care of. Here's a song. Here's a song about resurrection, literally pulling new life from the old at the bottom of the ocean floor. This is called The Mary Ellen Carter. It's by Stan Rogers. Down last October in a pouring driving rain. The skipper, he'd been drinking and the maid, he felt no pain. Too close to 3 Mile Rock and she was dealt her mortal blow, and the Mary Ellen Carter settled low. There was just us 5 aboard her when she finally was awash. We worked like hell to save her, all heedless of the cost. And the groan she gave as she went down caused us to proclaim, make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Well, the owners wrote her off, not a nickel would they spend. She gave 20 years of service, boys, and met her sorry end. But insurance paid the loss to us, so let her rest below. And they laughed at us and said we had to go. We talked with her all winter, some days around the clock. She's worth $250,000 afloating at the dock. And with every jar that hit the bar, we swore we would remain, make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. That her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. All those who love her best and we're with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. All spring now we've been with her on a barge lent by a friend. 3 dives a day in a hard hat suit and twice I've had the bends. Thank God it's only 60 feet and the currents here are slow, or I'd never have the strength to go below. We patched her rest, stopped her vents, tog hatched and put all down, put cables to her fore and aft and girded her around. Tomorrow noon we hit the air and then take up the strain, make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. That her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. All those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Leave her there, you see, to crumble in the scale. She saved our lives so many times, living through the gales. And the laughing drunken rats who left her to a sorry grave, they won't be laughing in another day. And you to whom adversity has dealt a final blow, with smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go. Turn to and put out all your strength of arm and heart and brain, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken and life about to end, no matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again. Though your heart it be broken or life about to end, no matter what you've lost, be it a home, a love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. All right, thanks again so much. That was the Mary Ellen Carter by Stan Rogers. Thanks again so much for tuning in. It's been great to see all of you tonight. So glad you could be here. So glad. So I do want to remind you, I got one song left. Then I'll call it a night. I do want to let you know that there will be no live stream next week because it's April 1st, and I stay the hell away from social media at all times that day, and frankly, you should too. Some people call it April Fool's Day. I call it National Trust No One Day. This weekend, I do have a show coming up this weekend. I'm going to be in Central Jersey, playing at Flounder Brewing Company in Hillsborough. And it'll be on Friday the 28th at 7 p.m. If you're in the area, I would love to see you there. It's a 2-hour folk show of mostly original music. I'll probably mix in a few covers there. And it's free to attend. You don't need to buy a ticket or anything. So, more info about that can be found on the shows page on my website. If you're tuning in on a computer, you can check out the QR code that I have over here. If you're not, you can go to kylehancherek.com/shows. That'll take you there too. And that's for anybody who's in the area around like New Brunswick, Bridgewater, Princeton, Edison, Flemington. If you're near any of those areas, I'd love to see you come out. It's going to be a great show. So, having said that, I'm going to close up with one more song. Close out the way I usually do. This is how you say goodbye. Thanks again so much for being here. It's a great pleasure to have you with us, and I'll see you next time. The bases are loaded. Bow down to the floor. A single shot on this green plot is all I'm asking for. September is faded. No room for wanting more. My sad goodbye that's spoken through this stadium ensures. The temple is floating. The cheers sound much too good. Backyard sales of tallest tales is far too understood. I'm taking my chances. A slightly crooked grin, a fire in my eyes, a timely telling sin. If the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight, swing on the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. Center field, it's over the wall and the legacy seal. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. So many moments, but none to save the day. I never had that chance, but that's the price I had to pay. And now I am grounded. The fans ignite the flame. Lightning says straight road ahead to glory and to fame. Yet the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight. The swing of the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy seal. That, my friends, is how you say goodbye. Face looks better than a morning glory bloom, but I'm struck out way more times. You can fit in this old room, but as I turn to leave, I'll find the strength I'll never tell. So I'm climbing up and down escalator for one last kiss farewell. And the pitch comes in over the plate, just the right speed and perfectly straight. Swing of the bat and it cracks and the crowd goes wild. It's a long line drive to dead center field. It's over the wall and the legacy seal. And my friends, it's how you say goodbye. Oh, and that, my friends, is how I say goodbye. All right, thank you so much. It's been a great pleasure playing for you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's great to see all of you. And once again, another reminder, there will be no stream next week. But I will be having a live show this Friday night in Hillsborough, New Jersey, from 7 to 9 at the Flower Brewing Company. And more info can be on the shows page. Scan the QR code right there or go to kylehancherek.com/shows for more info on that show if you'd like to come. And thanks again so much for everybody who joined us in the chat. I saw Kat, I saw Twigs, my mom, of course, my cousin Kelly. Thank you so much for joining in. I hope to see you at the Hillsborough show. Maybe you'll be there. And great to see the rest of you as well. Be the Rainbow over on YouTube was with us tonight. Thank you so much. Great pleasure to have all of you with us tonight. So I'm going to close up shop, and we're going to come back again. And one last time, no stream next week. We'll be back the week after. And then the Flounder Brewing Show in Hillsborough. I hope to see you all then. But thanks so much for being here, and I hope to see you again here in 2 weeks or on Friday in Hillsborough. Thanks again. Peace and love, you guys. Take care.